taste every day for school. Bread so awesome, everybody wants some. Throw your hands in the sky, keep them waving up high. Blue ribbon so good, and you know I can't lie, 'cause I could have slice after slice after slice.
It's plain to see, blue ribbon is tasty, and the best part for me, my mama made these Samis.
So put blue ribbon to the taste test, it'll pass, oh yes.
My mom is so cool, 'cause my mom is the best. My mom is so cool, my mom is so cool. She knows to pack that yum taste every day for school.
Blue ribbon bread, get that yum taste, get that yum taste, get that yum taste. Blue ribbon bread, get that yum taste, get that yum taste, get that yum taste.
Listen up good, we're gonna kick it from the head and drop some cool rhymes about blue ribbon bread.
My mom is so cool, my mom is so cool. She knows to pack that yum taste every day for school.
Everybody thinks it's great, 'cause we pick the yummy taste, especially when mom puts on my favorite paste.
I get 5 stars for good behavior, 'cause at break time I share the tasty flavor. Give me brown bread or white bread,
It doesn't matter, put it in a lunchbox on a plate or platter. When I hit the playground, there's no time to waste. I gotta keep scream, I gotta keep scream.
Chocolate candy have a taste.
Any day tastes great, sure this bread is everything.
Hello and welcome to today's stream. It's such a great pleasure to actually have you today on this awesome stream where we're going to talk about digital marketing in general, the world of WhatsApp marketing, influencer marketing, and anything that goes with it. Thank you very much to Evin to have organized this meeting, and to Grace to also pull up the team together to actually see and explore this latest innovation from JustBomb here in Northgate. I'm actually so happy to actually have you with us today. We actually currently are streaming live on Instagram, the way you watch now, but we're also streaming live on YouTube. Go to JustBomb Business. We are currently streaming live on that page, and we're streaming live on Facebook, justbomb.com on Facebook, as well as on LinkedIn and but what is quite exciting as well is, of course, there is a huge growth in terms of TikTok that every marketer is trying to now tap into the TikTok space, and we are actually able to stream on TikTok as well. So it's quite exciting to actually show you that the platform that we're streaming from has a multi-streaming capability to reach millions of social media accounts exactly at the same time when we're streaming across multiple social media handles. What is also quite exciting is the space of influencer marketing today. Every brand is trying to now get authentic content through influencers on social media, but what is quite lacking currently is the fact that obviously these influencers that we're recruiting are only posting pictures, and it's time now to actually tap into their audiences of fans and followers to actually those followers into true customers. And this is now the platform that will allow brands to use influencers and get their audiences to engage and drive them to purchase as well. But I'm not alone to bring this innovation to you guys. I'll lie if I say I was the only person behind the camera. It's actually a good team of people that are actually bring this to life. So let's quickly have a look. I'm here. Obviously, I'm not alone. The rest of the team is behind the camera, the best crew that brings social media television to life, and that's our video editors and technical producers that are actually bringing social media television to life. So to actually bring social media TV to life, you basically need a crew of TV editors and video producers to actually bring this to life. But what is quite exciting again is the fact that we now have a chance to truly engage with social media audiences across all social media handle exactly at the same time. Let it be on TikTok, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and you name it. You move forward, we will certainly be able to stream on that. But also to keep the content authentic, we actually are streaming across these platforms that belongs to these influencers that work around with us. We have a total of about 25,000 influencers on our network that can be recruited at any point in time to create any sort of great content for brands like yours. At any point in time, if you have any question, please feel free to drop them in the comment section below, and I'll be more than happy to actually answer them as we move along. So do not wait until the end to actually ask questions. At any point in time, you can feel free to actually do so. So we just quickly want to show you quickly what has been happening on our network. It's been a year and a half of fantastic, exciting content that we've been producing for brands across multiple different verticals brands in our studio here. So let's quickly cut into that and have a look at what has been happening on our network. Okay, so first one is to have a look at Lady G. She's been producing awesome amount of lifestyle content here in studio, inviting celebrities, from all walks of life to basically share stage with her and really truly just gossip about various content that actually airs on social media. And really, these are stuff that are basically mostly talked about on social media. So let's quickly play and have a look at what she's been producing here.
But it is the truth, people of Jonathan.
What you mean, oh, for real? You asked me.
I did. As far as I'm concerned,
Brilliant.
fantastic.
I wish I could dress like this.
Honestly, just
I don't have it in me.
an old young man.
Welcome back. So it's actually pretty fun content that airs every Thursday at 7 p.m. here on Just Prom TV. But also, what is quite exciting is we're streaming on her own Instagram account as well as on the guest account that are visiting here in studio. So again, this is actually the best way to make sure that the brand gets maximum amount of reach for content that are actually being produced by these influencers on our network. So next one is basically one exciting one for gamers, for brands that are into gaming. This is actually a fun way to bring content together where gamers basically play video games here in studio together and really talk about anything that airs in the space of gaming. And we do, the host basically invites celebrities from all walks of life as well to basically share stage with them. So let's quickly have a look at Sam Plays.
Everything.
Like Paul Candy. She's got 40 hours experience.
I'm not very.
I don't know, man.
Do you think you'd be better than me at FIFA? Because obviously you're not better than me here.
This game.
Okay,
Really huge prize pools, man. Really huge stuff.
Yeah, no, go in. That's why we're here. Oh, okay, go. So yeah,
We've got some real insiders here.
We've got Kim on the...
In so many ways.
Welcome back. So this is actually a pretty fun one. Content-wise, our team of content producers and influencers are really coming up with awesome innovation and ideas on how we could actually land brand messages to their followers and fans, as well as their guest fans, in a very innovative way. It's now time to basically engage audiences and truly drive them to purchase a product, as we are in a very quick space now in the digital era. So the next one is obviously something from Nescafe Gold. They basically wanted to prove to the world that the rewards that give away are true and real. The biggest problem when you run a competition mechanic of some sort is that people do not believe that these rewards are being given away. Actually some stats actually are proving that shoppers are so much not trusting brands that do say they're giving away R1 million in prizes. And what a better way to actually show to them that in real time that people indeed do win. In this case here, the gentleman walked away with a fantastic prize that was actually given away to their followers. So this is actually an exciting way to actually prove that we are giving away awesome prizes to our fans and followers as well. So the next example is obviously one example of an in-store, which is also quite exciting today. We are all looking for that one moment where we could drive shoppers in store to buy certain product, and we could actually get our influencers in our network to produce content and shows in store as well. So let's quickly have a look at that example.
And you can even win prizes. You just have to make sure you show up in your grown and sexy swag. Congratulations on your South African Hip Hop Awards nominations. How are you feeling about that?
This time I just want to win, really.
Yeah.
If I could at least win one. Back in 2018, I think I had like 6 nominations. I didn't even bag 1.
Yeah.
And then last year, I think I had like 3. And then this year, I'm involved in about 5.
Yeah.
If one could win, I'd be happy.
Which one do you want the most?
Producer of the Year.
How come?
I guess it's what I'm most passionate about.
Yeah.
And also, I think
Sure. I mean, this was actually a nice example of how we could actually bring in-store to life. But again, we've got a big surprise for you, basically. We actually have an in-store activation happening now where we interview shoppers as we speak right now in store. This is again another example to show that in real time, we could be interviewing your shoppers in store and really getting their approval or the endorsement of your brand right in store. So let's quickly cut into that as well.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I
can see you're buying Blue Ribbon, tell me why.
Yes, I buy Blue Ribbon because it's always available at the shop and it has a good taste and it's cheaper than other brands.
Okay, so you must say you prefer brown more than white?
Yes, I prefer brown more than white.
Okay, yeah, here we go with Consumer Insights.
Welcome back. So this is actually certainly a surprise for you that we could be talking to the shoppers in store and in real time and then cutting back into studio again. This is actually a nice way to link a below the line activation that you might be running to a social media activation, because the question has always been, how can we use social media to drive an in-store purchase? How can we prove that social media can drive sales for us? And this is actually a nice way to link them together and making sure that social media sweats for you, but as well as we making sure that the shoppers or the viewers are actually driven into store and get them to buy the product that we actually advertising. The next section obviously is something of great interest. We are talking about what we call a watch party. What a watch party is, we all know. When we're watching this nice program on television, what happens is we are on our phones and we're pretty much very busy trying to talk to our friends as well, where we're chatting to them. So what we've done now is that we brought television streaming exactly at the same time here on the live stream as well. So we could be commenting on a piece of content that is happening now, actually live on television. So if your brand does sponsor TV shows that airs on DSTV or on any other platform, this is actually a great way to make sure that, you know, we're watching, all of us, that piece of content exactly at the same time. So next is obviously, you know, features of the platform as well is advertising opportunity, where we can advertise content in the stream. You are already on the influencers page. We could be advertising at the bottom. What you're seeing right at the bottom is actually your own advertisement that airs on YouTube certainly, as well as on TV, but we could also put the advert at the top. So in this case here, you know, we make sure that while the influencer is rolling out the content with the guest, that your YouTube channel or your YouTube ad is actually playing as well. So giving it enough airtime when actually this is actually happening. The next section, of course, you'll probably want to know, how can we then drive this massive amount of awareness we can create on social media? We literally can reach up to 15 million viewers if you wish on social media, but how can we then use that whole influence on social media to drive them into a competition mechanic of some sort and make sure that, you know, people that do tune in can actually engage with the brand post that moment of joy on social media. So let's quickly cut into that WhatsApp moment where we can show you how a WhatsApp chatbot could then be a competition mechanic to engage shoppers. Welcome back. So in this case here, we now have a WhatsApp chatbot that we designed for Blue Ribbon. What is quite exciting about this WhatsApp chatbot is that, you know, shoppers can actually engage with the chatbot and the chatbot will reply immediately and respond to them. In this case here, we want people to either enter the competition or submit some sort of content. Let it be a YouTube, a video, or some sort of or some sort of picture that they want to actually engage with the brand. So in this case here, you can see that people that do watch the content can then engage with us. In this case here, it's asking me to send either a sound, a voice note, or a video of myself to enter the competition. In this case, I could actually be sending my own submission to say, okay, I'm hoping that I'm going to be one of your winners today, and I know that I'll never be able to lose. You can't take me out. So this video submission can then be sent onto the brand WhatsApp line as a content that can be reused in the next show as well. So this is actually a nice way to link viewership and driving this huge amount of awareness straight onto a competition mechanic of your own. It could also be USSD competition mechanic that we will be then driving traffic to as well. So the next section will obviously be the question that everybody asks is, how do you go about selecting the right influencer for my brand? So let's quickly have a look at how do we select influencers for brands. So in this case here, we actually have one influencer that we're gonna have a quick look at, and we will basically understand the art of selecting the right influencer for the brand, because in all honesty, I think a lot of people are only looking at number of fans and decide to select an influencer based on that. But in reality, there is more than just a number of fans. We are actually going to look through the profile of this lady called Oluwetu. She basically is pretty much a big person on social media. She's got over 160,000 fans on social media. And what we look at is, where is she popular? Very first thing is, obviously, if she's popular in South Africa, and she's also popular in Brazil. But if we go into the cities, we can actually see that she is pretty popular in Cape Town, in Johannesburg, and in Durban. And the next question is, obviously, does she have the right audience of people that do follow her, that are also what the people that the brand is actually looking for? In this case here, 74% of the audience are female and 26% are male, which is also good because the shopper in usual is actually a and the age bracket obviously is quite exciting as well. Between 18 to 34 years old is basically the type of people that do follow her. And then we want to know more about the ethnicity as well, making sure that we have the right people that are following her. In this case, it's African, and the type of language that these people speak is English. So when we're rolling out the content, we are 100% sure that if we do speak in English, we're not going to really turn some people off. But then next is to ensure that the interest of the audience is aligned to what the brand is also trying to do. So in this case here, the interest of the audience are children and families, so you can be 100% sure that these people that do follow her are into family. And then second, beauty and fashion, and third, business and career. This actually tells you already the type of people that do follow her. And then if we then go onto her social media handle, we will discover a bit more about the type of people that do follow her and the type of content she has been posting as of lately. So in this case here, what is quite exciting is that she is pretty active, but also she's been working with brands. This is quite exciting because you kind of know already that the type of content she's going to roll out is going to be, she understands very clearly how to work with brands, and she can then be briefed here in our studio in Northgate to make sure that she rolls out content in a very, in a very good way for brands as well. So we're gonna shoot quick into question and answer, video questions. So we are gonna be calling Grace shortly to take certain questions that you might have with you. So stay tuned, do not disconnect. We're gonna be calling Grace shortly.
Listen up good, we're gonna kick it from the head and drop some cool rhymes about blue Reuben bread.
My mom is so cool, my mom is so cool. She knows to pack that yum, tasty bread for school.
Everybody thinks it's great, cause you pick the yummy taste, especially when mom puts on my favorite paste.
I get 5 stars for good behavior, cause at break time I share the tasty flavor. Give me brown bread or white bread,
It doesn't matter, put it in a lunchbox on a plate or platter. When I hit the playground, there's no time to waste. I gotta keep screaming, I gotta keep screaming.
Double candy have a taste.
Any day tastes great. Sure, this bread is everything, and when it comes to bread, I'm the lunchbox king.
My mom is so cool. My mom is so cool. She knows to pack that yum taste every day for school. Bread so awesome. Everybody wants some. Throw your hands in the sky. Keep them waving up high. Blue ribbon so good. And you know I can't lie. 'Cause I could have slice after slice after slice.
It's plain to see. Blue ribbon.
Oh. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you actually hear me? Yeah, can you hear me? Hear me. Ad break, please.
Listen up, good, we're gonna kick it from the head and drop some cool rhymes about blue ribbon bread.
My mom is so cool. My mom is so cool. She knows to pack that yum taste every day for school.
Everybody thinks it's great. Cause I pick the yummy taste, especially when mom puts on my favorite paste.
I get 5 stars for good behavior. 'Cause at break time, I share the tasty flavor. Give me brown bread or white bread.
It doesn't matter, put it in a lunchbox on a plate or platter. When I hit the playground, there's no time to waste. I gotta scream, I gotta scream.
Double candy have a taste.
Any day tastes great. Sure, this bread is everything, and when it comes to bread, I'm the lunchbox king.
My mom is so cool. My mom is so cool. She knows to pack that yum taste every day for school. Bread so awesome. Everybody wants some. Throw your hands in the sky. Keep them waving up high. Blue ribbon so good. And you know I can't lie. 'Cause I could have slice after slice after slice.
It's plain to see, blue ribbon is tasty, and the best part for me, my mama made these Samis.
So put blue ribbon to the taste test. It'll pass, oh yes.
My mom is so cool, 'cause my mom is the best. My mom is so cool, my mom is so cool. She knows to pack that yum taste every day for school.
Blue ribbon bread, get that yum taste. Get that yum taste. Get that yum taste.